Previously on Roleplay Radio.
Mistake, you're with Enya. You're walking towards Pillar Drop. Hey, listen, I want to talk to you about something. I may have been acting weird over the past week. I'm just very not used to all the glamour. Vermilion's a small town. Yeah, I'm from there, and I'm having this weird thing where I came from way down here, right? And then suddenly something big happened in the town, and suddenly I'm like way up here just because of my... And she lights her finger on fire, just because of my abilities. I'm not used to the praise, or making friends for that matter. So I guess when, I met you and you were super nice, and I've only ever heard bad things about tieflings, but I thought, well, I'm a half-elf. People say lots of bad things about half-elves, and I don't pay attention, so why should I pay attention to what they say about tieflings? But that's why I've been a little distant.
Because of background racism, or because of the weird luxuries?
Both.
Both.
All of it. It's just so much,
Yeah.
I think Koss probably would have asked a bit more about the Underdark.
Well, I'm happy to tell you, and your friend at 3 o'clock, who is very obviously trying to be stealthy.
Mistake pretends you didn't hear that, because obviously she's not eavesdropping.
Well, what can I say? The Underdark is full of terrors. Some of them from this world, others not so much.
Can I ask a question that may be a bit insensitive? Did you come from one of the, super problematic parts of the Underdark, or...
Am I culty? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Do I look culty, Koss?
I don't know what culty looks like other than wearing a mask that glows purple.
No, I'm not culty. But because of the culty ones, people have to move. Did you know there are snarls in the Underdark?
No.
Well, there are. But this is a give and take here. You want to know more about me? Buy me another drink.
Maybe I just wanted to know more about my TA, for class purposes.
Well, if that's the case, then you should talk to me during class or right after class. But if that's not the case, maybe write me a letter sometime. He's gonna do the hair behind the ear thing. I had a great time.
Gary's big project right now is continuing to work on the memory stuff.
Okay, you're thinking, alright, ingredients. I'm missing ingredients, and that is the key thing that is missing in your formulas. And then you remember a mission that you did last year with your friends when you broke into Captain Dapplewing's manor and you fed Rampart a flower that came from Thorn.
Oh!
That erased an hour from Rampart's mind. Mm-hmm. So you try it and you drop the antidote in it that you just concocted. Just by instinct, the mouse stops when you drop the antidote on it and it turns right around. And it follows the maze back to the cheese.
Oh! Mouse on the cheese! Mouse on the cheese!
So, I would like to actually start today with Koss. Because Koss just went on a date, and that's a big deal.
And they didn't know it was a date!
Do they ever? So yeah, how is Koss feeling?
Flustered. Fluttery. Flighty.
Hot and bothered?
I don't know if they would go that far.
Koss, the day after your date. This happens in the evening. You get back to your dormitory. Kamira's not there, luckily. She happens to have a very rich social life. So, that's one of the perks of living with her, is that she's not always around.
Too.
Well, yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah.
You absolutely do, Koss. You absolutely do. But Kamira's Kamira, and she wants to rule the campus. She's really thrives on the popularity.
He's calling you unpopular.
I'm not. Stop instigating. you find on your pillow a little gift.
Okay.
It is a very beautiful white quill with some black slashes on it, along with the bottle of ink. It's a set, and they are laid on top of a very pristine-looking piece of parchment, just wrinkle-free, cream-colored, spotless. There's a note on the side, not on the parchment, just on the side, that says, write me, a line. Write me, any time.
I think he wants you to play.
It's just signed, not even with a name, it's just a big old D. Get your mind out of the gutter. It is the letter D.
Up until that point. Koss, I think, sees this on their pillow, they immediately think, did Chimera give me another one of those her gifts to try to make me more fashionable? And then as they like take it and realize who it is, they just like shove it underneath their pillow and go,
I'm gonna say Chimera walks in right around now.
okay.
Mid-scream.
Hello!
Oh, did my tarantula bite you?
No!
Then what the hell was that?
I'm frustrated with classwork.
Classwork.
I'm very bad at math.
Oh, I mean, that checks out. What? You're a silver quill, not a quandrix. You're taking quandrix classes?
Well, yeah, I wanted to just hang out with other people in the F squad, and also it seemed kind of neat.
Can you contest deception for me?
Sure.
Contest deception.
Against her insight.
Oh.
I did poorly.
9.
Okay, sure. Frustrated about math. She does not believe you one bit.
Yes, about math. There's nothing else that is on my mind.
Well, don't mind me, I'm just here to change. And she begins to just unlayer and get behind one of those little wall thingies that you set up to change. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, privacy screens.
There, that thing.
The moment that she steps behind that, Koss grabs the things from underneath her pillow and slams them shut into a drawer.
What was that?
That was me putting away my math books because I'm frustrated.
Uh-huh.
I'm bad at, addition.
Anyway, what are you doing tonight?
Oh, I've got some F squad duties to take care of.
Oh, right. Your little friends. Well, I am gonna go practice with my team, and she comes from behind the screen and she's wearing very sporty attire. We have a championship to win next spring.
Good luck.
Thank you. Good luck to you with whatever F business you're doing.
Yep, F business.
F business.
Mira, I'll see you at the championship, maybe.
Oh. You sponsored?
We're in talks, the squad.
Good luck, I hope you can keep up. She winks. Now, my first question is, did Griff make it back to his dorm? Or did he get so drunk with Toby that he ended up crashing?
Go back to Croc
Did he
Tower.
go back to Croc Tower with Toby?
Gets up in the night to use the restroom and then goes back to his old room by accident instead.
I like the idea of they fell asleep outside on a bench. They were just kind of sitting there, passing the bottle between them.
Yep.
Maybe they were gonna wait for the sun to come up or something,
Oh, okay, okay.
and then they just fell asleep on the bench.
Is anyone else doing anything other that night or that morning? Because I really want them to bump into a sleeping Griff and Toby.
You mentioned that the Silver Trolls were sponsoring the team.
Yeah.
Koss is curious about that,
Okay.
because they're wondering how heavily the Silver Troves are involved and whether or not they're going to have to do some hiding of self while on the F Squad team.
You could easily find that information at the Biblioplex. They have a list of sponsors and who has tried out for what sponsors. I think it's more of a case of like there are a certain amount of slots.
Can I
And-
visit the tryouts essentially?
Yeah, I suppose you could do that.
Cool. So I think Koss would do that to just get an idea of if there is a Silver Troll on campus all the time, essentially.
Okay. Yeah. In Central Campus at the Strixhaven Stadium, there would be tryouts happening, ongoing tryouts, almost every day, pretty much, during certain times.
Though I think they may walk past a sleeping lion and rabbit.
In the background, we see Griff and Tobias.
Toby is so passed out and like limber that his sleeping body moves with whatever Griff does without ever waking up.
There's people trying out actively for Mage Tower just to join any team, and this might even be a perfect place for selling cosmetics.
Hooray!
Because there's a lot of people here, or it's a decent crowd. It's a weekend, and during tryout season, like yeah, it's crowded.
And it's too early in the morning to be working at a pub.
Exactly. So we can also see Gary in the back with a tray of something.
So Koss is coming by with, I think, Shubadri, maybe?
Sure.
Another white silver quill. Koss is done up as a dwarf. Not Adrian, but just a dwarf.
Okay.
As they pass by Griff and Toby on the bench, Griff's doing little sleep kickies. At least that's what Tyler's doing. So Koss will take out their special paint and then look at how empty the bottle is. They'll consider and be like, alright, fine, and then create a little blanket for the two of them.
Aww. If you walk in with Shuba, she'd be very distracted with her studies because it's getting close to exam number 1. So she's constantly asking you questions as you're doing all this. Like, oh, do you know if parchment or wood is better for fire glyphs? What did you get for that one?
Are you taking a Prismari class?
No. For scrivening and symbology, Koss.
Oh, okay, right.
Oh, never mind.
No. I can help with this. I'm pretty sure it's wood because that's what fire enjoys consuming more. There's more fuel in wood than in parchment.
That was my gut instinct, but parchment burns faster.
Yeah, but it burns for less time.
Oh.
Would you rather burn out bright, or would you rather burn slow and strong? I guess it's contextual. Anyways.
What are we doing here, Koss? We could have gone to Scriptoria to discuss this.
Yeah, I was going to check out the Silver Trove tryouts.
Oh, trying out as a dwarf, are we?
You just see Gary from across, like, the hall, like, spot you and wave.
Koss will wave back and then realize that they've been spotted and then take off their hats.
Gary just kind of gives you a look like, okay.
Shuba was also once again in the middle of asking you another question, like, what is the better surface to write down an ice... Koss, what are you doing?
Sorry.
You know what? I might go look for another study partner, if that's okay.
Okay, if you say so.
You are a great study partner, but you're very distracted today.
Yeah, I just have some things to deal with. Sorry, I can catch up with you at the Scriptoria later.
Okay.
And then Koss will head over towards where Gary is. Hi, how is it going? Also, I'm not Koss today.
Oh, well, if you're not Koss, then you don't need to take the friends discount. Do you want to buy soap or perfume?
I'm alright,
Smells really nice.
Can I sample some?
Sure. And Gary has like a little, I guess it's just like soap slivers? Unless you were asking to sample the perfume, which makes more sense.
Yeah, that was
But no,
what
I think
Koss
Gary
imagined.
has soap slivers. I think Gary just assumes Koss doesn't want the perfume because the perfume's expensive, and therefore is like, yeah, sure.
Okay.
Behind Gary, we can see dwarves trying out, and a couple of elder dwarves in the back in the bleachers, watching, judging, dictating, and whispering into the ears of the other judges. And you can tell, because they might even have like a Silver Trove crest on their blazers or something on their robes, that those are the Silver Troves. One of them might even be approaching, seeing what the entrepreneurial kids are selling, because they themselves are...
Trade Guild, yeah.
Yeah.
Is Nori here?
You know what? Yeah. He's kind of a jack of all trades. He's doing security for this.
Did Nori buy soap?
Sure.
Heck yeah, that's at
But
least
so,
one.
he's doing a lot of touching and handing things, so, you know, he wants to keep his hands
Great.
clean.
I'll take one of the sandalwoods.
Sure.
How much is soap?
2 copper.
Okay,
It's
you can
very
have
cheap.
2 copper. I'm supporting my friends.
And yeah, it's got the little insignia of Gary's face stamped on it.
With the goatee.
With the goatee. Because I think we determined that before. Yep.
Oi, laddie! You there?
Me?
Look, my name is Dwalin.
Nice to meet you, Dwalin. I'm Gary.
Hey, yeah, listen. I forgot my anniversary with my wife, and I need to buy her something. What you got?
I have soap and I have some lovely perfume.
You got any, like, gift baskets? Oi,
Yes!
how are you? Hey!
Hello.
So you look like a dwarf, right?
Yes.
Here to try out for the Silver Troves.
Something along those lines, sure.
Go on, lad, make us proud.
Hey.
Gary is like hurriedly trying to turn 5 soaps and a perfume into a gift basket, but he hasn't got a lot that he can use. So I want to say that he's taken rope from his backpack and he's trying to like glue it together to make it like a bowl.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's gonna be a Tinker's Tools check.
Okay. 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah, no, you make a nice little basket thing out of this rope in record time too, as I want to assume Dwalin is like talking Koss up into trying out. It's like, we're only accepting dwarves, and it's not for any racist reasons, okay? We're representing our guild, and our guild is 95% dwarves.
Yeah, I understand. I know the history of the Silver Troves pretty well.
Do you? Good lad.
I
good
know
lad.
history. You know, honor ancestors. That's the dwarven way.
Oh, good lad. Must make your parents proud.
Yep, the good old rock movers.
Oh, Alright.
The Rock Mover clan.
Interesting, never heard of them. But alright. Thanks, what do I owe you?
That is 6 gold. Oh wait, no, sorry, I miscalculated. I'm so sorry. That's 5 gold and 1 silver.
Can you roll a charisma check of some kind?
Entrepreneur actually does give me, I think it's persuasion?
Yeah, do that.
Okay. It's a 10. He is exactly average.
He had the 6 gold ready to give you, and you said, sorry, I miscounted 5 gold. He actually takes his gold back and pulls out a silver. And...
Oh, okay, I thought he just wasn't gonna make the sale, but if he makes the sale with the correct amount of money,
he
that's
might have
fine,
tipped you, but you're not charismatic enough. He's good luck lad. Maybe work on your sales pitch.
Right, thank you for the advice. I appreciate it.
Alright. Hope my wife's happy. Gives the basket some whiffs. Anyway, I'll see you on the field.
I thought that was a good sales pitch, Gary.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
I'll try.
So I think Nori, as he's directing traffic, he's got his little orange neon vest on or whatever, is squinting. Like he recognizes you, especially standing next to Gary, but he's not sure if it's Koss or not, because no hat and a little slightly different than Adrian.
Mm-hmm.
So he just kind of waves, but...
Koss will instinctively wave back and then be like, wait, nope, cover. And then Koss will get into the line and hear the spiel about how the silver drums are getting involved.
Yeah, I won't even make you roll for that. I think it's pretty easy. There's going to be dozens of them at the fall festival that is going to happen soon. One of the last things that happens before winter break. You know that there are dozens showing up for that festival where they're going to officially announce all the teams and who's going to go against who in the first match and all that. But after that, there might only be 1 or 2 representatives of the Silvertrove clan. And you might recognize the names because I just want them to be your parents' boss.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
And maybe even Jarek Burninghammer because he is affiliated.
Right, him.
So you know that just through talking to people, you might hear like, oh yes, Burninghammer's a VC, but we're gonna have a few more in the coming months, including Jarek, up-and-coming entrepreneur, great young man, wonderful young man.
Yep, that's what I've heard. I have no prior relationship to this person.
You know, he was just rated Ravnican Magazine sexiest, most eligible new bachelors of the year.
Yeah.
Did you hear what happened with his wife who left him last year?
No, I didn't. I heard nothing of the sort.
He's been spotted with several supermodels out there. Some say that it's a step up from his old wife, and some say he's doing it to cope.
I don't like this conversation. Can we swap topics? I'm not big on celebrity gossip.
Right about now, Griffin, so you wake up, and can you roll me a Constitution saving throw?
Are you hungover?
Yeah, I rolled a 4. So
Me too!
Hey, twinsies!
Both you and Toby wake up with a massive headache. You might even wake up and then Toby just slides off of you and slams his head on the bench and just, why is everything so bright?
Why are you... we didn't go home last night. Ow.
Hey, look, there's only one bottle left. We went through 4.
Shit! What time is it?
And then, the bells start ringing in the clock tower nearby. It makes your headache worse.
I'm gonna roll for vomit.
Oh!
You rolled a 3!
Oh!
I want to say that's noon. That's the bell tower is striking noon.
So it's 12?
It's, yep.
Yeah.
That sounds right. Oh no! If I vomit, I want to vomit. No! I'm good. I'm gonna go back to my room.
Let me see that bottle.
Yeah.
And he hucks it.
Koss, right as you were about to... How did you sign up? What name did you put down?
A fake name.
Moss Milvermo.
I was gonna say.
Oh, we got Rock Mover as
Yeah,
the clan name.
Rock
now.
Mover.
Randall Rock Mover.
I like it. Yeah, right as somebody was calling Randall Rock Mover, you step up and immediately you see this bottle of turtle brew coming your way. Almost feels like an illusion because it's turtle brew.
And I think it's coming at Koss, and they instinctively misty step out of the way.
Nice. Sorry, security, please take care of that. And then Nori's like going over to Griff to see who threw this.
We're not there anymore.
Oh yeah, you're gone.
Who sticks around after they throw a fully loaded bottle?
That's fair, that's fair. So, Koss, I actually want to make you roll. What you've been seeing is the students that have been trying out, they have to go across the field to get a plushie of a mascot. Your tower would be behind you and you have to go and steal the opposing team's mascot and bring it back. But since it's just tryouts, it's just you. Meanwhile, there are clockwork servants trying to stop you.
This is Koss's strategy. They will attempt to get across the fields almost to the other side, and then once they get into 30 feet range of the other mascot, they are going to weave some magic into it to animate the mascot onto Koss's side.
Oh, that is so cool. I'm going to forego the dexterity saving throw. You're like running so determinedly. You have a plan that these clockwork servants are throwing either fire bolts at you or they spill grease all over the floor, but you're able to go diagonally and go around
No,
it.
I think Koss eats it a couple times.
Okay.
They're not that agile relative to everybody else.
That's fair, that's fair. You eat it, but then you pick yourself right up. You go with the roll, and you might be filthy by the time you finish, but damn it, you're going to get this done. The plushie is an inkling. The inkling animates, and it's very clearly still a plushie, right? But it's just animated now, so it's just kind of like dawdling near you.
And then Koss will, I think there's like a big clockwork servant blocking them off from the plushie. Koss just peeks around and silently pointing for the plushie to walk past them.
The clockwork servant says something like, "You will never get through me, sophomore."
Oh no, you're right, but gosh darn it, I'm gonna keep on trying to get past you, because if I don't get past you, I can't get the plushie.
You will never get past me.
Your mechanical muscles are so big and powerful.
This is very awkward.
I'm sorry, does my validation make you uncomfortable?
It does.
And then Koss will just pretend like this until the plushie makes it all the way back up.
And the crowd erupts in applause as Dwalin comes over and just shakes your hand firmly. Randall, rock thrower, rock pusher,
Rock mover.
rock mover. We will discuss it with the rest of ours, but I quite liked what I saw.
Oh.
You know, I think that it's a given, lad, so long as you say yes between me and you.
Okay,
What size
great.
are you?
I'm a size. Koss does some mental math in their heads. I'm a medium size.
Medium stocky.
Medium standard dwarven size.
Meanwhile, at Captain Dapplewing's manor.
Griff. He went straight there. He's holding back a headache. He wanted to talk to Dapplewing. There's some urgency there, I guess, because she's not doing well.
Sure, yeah.
And so Griff, metaphorically, peels Toby off of him and you just hang right there for a little bit.
Yep.
You're gonna be great.
I'm gonna be...
How many claws am I holding up?
3.
Yes. I didn't. Yeah, good job.
But well, thank you for a great evening, Shelley. I quite appreciate it. I don't really have many friends, so to be able to say that I have a friend in you, Shelley, is a lot. It means a lot. A lot of vomit is gonna come out now. Excuse me, and he like runs over to a bush.
Griff's gonna knock and then walk again.
Oh my, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
that's
not
fine.
necessarily in the right frame of mind, but it's not like he's being rude.
Of
It's
course.
just like, you knock on your friend's door. Hey, I'm here already.
Friend.
She has asked us to come visit.
That is true. The Earl was like rolling towards you. He's got like an apron on, a duster, and he's just like, "Oh, Mr. Birmingham,
How's it going, Earl?
are you here to see Captain Dapplewing?
Yep, I am.
Did you make an appointment?
No, she did just say, come on by.
Her schedule is wide open. Wide open. Come, she's out back."
Can I have some water?
Sure. He stops by the kitchen, was just on the way out to the back. You can already see from the back door. They've put up some more trees for privacy's sake, and because it's a magic school, they can just grow them.
I forgot to mention that Griff is wearing sunglasses because he's hungover.
Sure. You see Dapplewing, and she is being fitted in these new leg braces by Lochiel, who you've met, the Luxodon tinker. Lochiel's in her wheelchair. She's got some clockwork servants with her. As Captain Dapplewing is trying out her new crutches, Lochiel's just like, I keep telling you, Denora, wheelchair will do so much more for you. It's like, I'm not gonna use a damn wheelchair. No offense. It's like, no, none taken. It's my choice. And Lochiel will get up and stretch and then sit right back down in her wheelchair. As Captain Dapplewing is just trying out, and then she looks up and sees you with a look of surprise. She almost stumbles. Like, oh.
Nice new pair of getaway sticks.
They double as something to whack the students with. I'm kidding. Come. She will keep doing laps to practice.
I mean, I guess he'll. She's walking better than Griff. Griff, yeah. So Griff is trying to keep up.
She can see right through your sunglasses, and she's gonna say, I see someone's had a bit of a fun night. Quite jealous of your youth, Mr. Birmingham.
Well, if you could have this headache, I would be glad to get rid of it.
I would gladly take your headache over this.
Right. Yep, fair point.
It's okay. Hey, I'm the one that's dying. I get to rub it in, okay? Anyway, to what do I owe the pleasure? Or did you just come to talk? I am okay with that.
I mean, aside from the, hey, how you doing? Something has been bothering me that I wanted to ask you. Not like something wrong, but just something bothering me.
Oh? Go on.
How close are you now to Lochiel?
Not that close, that's fine. Lochiel can be taking a break with the Earl, drinking tea or something. Go on.
Can I be blunt?
Always.
Why him? Why pick Bjorn Burninghammer to be your replacement?
Oh, goodness.
I mean, there's literally a vampire here who has been here for such a long time.
Yes. Dean Valentin and I don't always see eye to eye, unfortunately. But I understand what you mean. I might have to sit for this one. And these are new braces.
Yeah.
She pulls a couple of levers on the side and they extend to something of a chair. She takes a seat. She says, well, he's my business partner, first of all. We are investing in the railroad together. And he and I have ties, legally, that bind us. So that was one appeal. But the more important one has to do with our common enemy, Mr. Burninghammer. You see, I can trust my deans with my life. I can trust them to run a school just fine. I don't need Bjorn Burninghammer for that. But after what we saw last year and the Ulrich going in hiding, if I were to fall tomorrow, I need someone at the helm who can retaliate against the Ulrich. And your father has not only been targeted by them in the past, he has, dare I say, an army of people that he can turn to for aid. And that is more important to me, if I fell. Because my deans can run the school without me. But can they defend against however many numbers and creatures the Ulrich have? I doubt it. And putting the students to fight is, well, that's not the righteous thing to do. Does that answer your question?
Griff knows that he can't say anything about why he would doubt his dad. because she wouldn't be able to accept anything about the communication with his uncle.
Mm-hmm.
She wouldn't be able to tolerate anything that Griff has learned from his uncle.
I don't like him either, Griffin.
Oh?
I mean, do you like him?
Well, that's not a fair question. He's my dad.
Right. That's fair. But as someone who also dislikes her family very much, I think that's something I can commiserate with. But if you love your father, I mean, my apologies. He's a great person.
That's a very strong word. I would pull him out of a house fire.
As you should.
But I can count on one paw the times where we have shared or done anything that you would think a father and son would do. If anything, I am not Bjorn Burninghammer's son, but an extension of the man.
Oh dear me. Have you ever considered breaking that off? I did. Make a name for yourself, pay for your own schooling, make your own decisions.
With respect, Captain, it is nearly impossible to find shade from the light of Bjorn Burninghammer.
That's fair. Unfortunately, I cannot replace him for the year, unless he does something very unwarranted and illegal.
Like, what's illegal?
Are you asking me for ideas, Mr. Burninghammer?
I was asking about what you...
Like, say, maybe something of a scandal came out. Then maybe I could reconsider replacing him, but until then, his name goes a long way. And like I said, if anything were to happen tomorrow and I was gone, I could make sure I leave the school in not so much good hands, but hands that will protect the school.
And you're sure that Bjorn would fight in your honor, or the school's honor, in perpetuity?
No, I suspect he would fight for himself, but it's fighting, isn't it?
He's a strong man, I'll give you that. I'm just not sure if he's the right one.
Well, until a better one comes along, he's what we have. I'm so sorry if that's disappointing.
I can't be mad at you.
Being sick has its perks.
That is fair. Why don't you like him anyways? You're in business with him, but why don't you like him?
Need I ask? All the self-righteous talk, all the you can all lick my boot because I am a burning hammer, I mean, it gets a bit old. Sorry.
I mean, I understand that quite well.
You ever heard of the name Charming?
Yes.
They were like that once upon a time, then greed got to them, and here we are, cursed. Some of us run away from our curses. Others have a hard time doing so, and they just change their names. Like I did, married into mine, Dapplewing. Others just say the same name, but in a different language.
To old families, I suppose. And he raises his cup of water.
I'm told I can't drink anymore.
This is water.
Yes, I'm just venting.
Oh,
And we cut away from that.
can she smoke weed? And can we like...
You know, maybe. Yeah. We fade in on Koss. You received a really nice white quill with black stripes and ink, not to mention the really expensive looking piece of parchment paper with the note that said "Write Me." It was the lyrics to "Call Me" by Blondie, but it was "Write Me." I'm sad that nobody caught that, but it's okay.
I could tell it was something, but I wasn't quite sure what.
I liked it.
Do you do anything with that?
Yeah, Koss has suspicions about this, so they'll cast some detect magic on it when they have the room to themselves.
You cast detect magic on the parchment, and yeah, you 100% detect some magic there.
So Koss will tentatively lay out a section of the desk and then dip the quill into the paper and then just write, "Hello?" ?
The ink disappears the moment you write it. You wait a couple minutes, nothing. And then ink will appear on the page that says, "You're up late."
Koss begins writing a long thing that's basically saying, "Why did you leave this on my pillow? Kamira could have found it out. She almost did. I got back just barely before she did, and if she found it, then she would have had a lot of questions."
He just responds, "It was way more fun this way."
Koss writes back, "UGGGGGGGGGH.
He will respond, "What's wrong? Something go down the wrong hole in your throat or something?" Crazy. That sounded better in my head.
You could have stopped writing at any point.
So, ... When's the next date?
Koss doesn't respond to that one immediately. Dario sees the pen drop as if to start writing, and then half a letter, and then another half a letter, and then another half a letter, and then I don't know, whenever, and then like a smiley face.
Know any good places? ?
I'll let you know if I think of something.
I'll be waiting patiently. Good night.
Half a letter, and then Koss decides, no, if I send another response, it's awkward now.
Later on, like an hour later, after you're getting ready for bed or paint or whatever you do late at night, you just notice that at some point he wrote, "That's cute." And that's how your night ends, Koss. Mistakes night, however. At some point, you would have headed back to Lorehold. You walk in, you realize Enya's not there yet. It's very quiet. You don't need to turn on the light because you have dark vision.
Depends on how much I want to see.
At some point, you hear a tentative knock on the door. It's a gentle knock.
Is there a little peephole?
Sure.
She pulls over a chair to stand on to look through the peephole. From experience, they're always too tall.
You see nothing.
Nothing, no one.
No one.
Moves the chair, gets on the floor, looks under the door.
Nothing.
Grabs a sword, stands 30 feet away from the door at like an angle, opens it a crack.
With
With
a
mage
hand.
hand.
Nice.
If there's a chain lock on the door, that's still on it.
Okay. Yeah, you do that. And nothing.
Nothing, no one.
No one.
Just mutters, "Alright, fuck off then." Slams the door and gets back to studying.
Okay. Can you roll me a perception check, please?
8.
Okay.
In retrospect, she really probably should have investigated the door, but she was in the middle of something.
What was she in the middle of?
She's in the middle of continuing her studies into her winter break plans.
Yeah, okay.
So she, on her desk, she probably does have a little lantern lit so she can see the books better.
You're very concentrated, but about 15 minutes-ish after the door incident happened, you hear the sound of like paper rustling and like a notebook falling over in the opposite side of the room. This being after the fact that you closed the door and did not hear it open at all.
Okay. She's going to use Detect Thoughts.
Ooh. That was such a long exhale.
Mistake casts detect thoughts on the opposite side of the room, which is Enya's side. And immediately you hear the thoughts that are circling this intruder's head. And it's, come on, come on, come on. I know you, come on. And slowly being like, I knew it. Those are like kind of the thoughts that are going through this person's head as you do hear gentle paper rustling.
Would you like to share your findings with the class?
Silence.
I can see through your invisibility. You might as well just have a chat with me before I stab you. I'm trying to do this as a deception more than an intimidation.
That sounded like an intimidation,
Yeah.
but
Well, it's
also
intimidating
you
to
aren't
them,
lying.
Yes.
So yes,
So I'm trying to
deception.
do it as deception.
Roll me deception.
Roll a 7.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
That one again.
Not just me.
Oh.
2 nat ones on 2 different die, and there goes my
Does
inspiration.
invisibility go away if the person talks? So you just told this person I can see through your invisibility.
Yes, yeah.
You hear a voice that says, no you can't. And then you just hear a poof and footsteps running at your hallway. You see like the shadows scurrying by your door as he like runs.
Gonna try and stop them.
You open the door to the hallway, there's a lift and the lift is slow to move down. And he has to get on the lift. It's a person in a hood and a mask, very purposely just has the slit, holding the lever to the lift as they see you in the distance.
Yeah, I mean, she can run after him.
And you hear shit, 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 shit.
When you say a mask, is this like an auric mask or just like a normal
This
mask?
is like a face mask, like a ski mask.
Balaclava.
I think the way the lift works is like an old-timey lift where the doors are like, they need to shut them from the inside and they're like, you can see the top. You can jump onto the top if you wish. I want to say like the lift starts moving down, but there's a moment where you reach the end and it's like they're at waist level and you see silver eyes looking back at you and blue skin.
So I wasn't able to catch the lift?
You can jump on top if you wish.
Yeah.
Okay. It is a little daunting because it's so high up, but as long as you hold on to the side, you're safe.
Is
It's
there a
platform.
latch on top of it?
You know what? I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah. Jumping down with friend.
Friend?
Friend?
friend.
This person pins himself against the wall and has a hand held out. Don't try anything. And neither will I.
Has rapier at the ready. So do you want to explain yourself?
He's got something clearly behind his back. Well, you know, He tries to reach for his own rapier, but you know, you know what's up.
Yeah.
So he's like, he's pinned. Even if I tried to explain, you wouldn't understand.
Try me.
Your roommate, she sent you, didn't she? That day at the Bow's End, when I was trying to enjoy my time, and he pulls down his mask, and you see that it's Dario, and pulls back his hood and like long locks of silver hair.
I don't really take orders from people. Just in general. No, I was legitimately just eavesdropping on your date because Koss is my friend.
Then explain this, and he pulls out the notes. Your roommate's been taking notes on me. Half of this stuff is stuff I told your friend Koss. You're telling me it's a coincidence that she knows about it and when you overheard all of it.
Coincidence in as much as she was probably also trying to eavesdrop for completely different reasons.
You tell her to stay the hell away from me.
I'm more curious about why. Do you know why?
Of course. You heard it. With Koss.
The snarl thing?
Yeah, the snarl thing.
Why is she wanting to know about that?
That's something you should probably ask her.
Well, it's a little weird if I just go to her and be like, so what's your interest in snarls?
Would it?
kind of is. When, you could just tell me things. Especially because the only other group I know of that's interested in snarls kind of tried to kill me last year, so...
This entire time, the lift is going down.
Yeah.
And, the wind is blowing in your hair because I feel like this lift doesn't have walls, it's more like bars. Look, can I level with you? I'm sorry I broke in, okay? That's not cool. But people suck, so why should I be any better?
I could go on for a very long time about that, and I can also give you the name of someone who would be glad to go on for a lot longer. You should be better than people think you would be.
Okay. Your roommate. Racist? Is that a term? Is that a term that you can use around here? Race? Yeah. If you take a look at her notes, she's been studying drow. Any drow that come to this school. And mind you, I'm not very happy with my family's reputation, but that doesn't give her a right to pry. Okay? This is my business. And somebody that's not as nice as I am is one day going to retaliate. She's gonna get what's coming to her if she doesn't stop this. And at this point he just throws the parchments on the floor. He's like, I don't care anymore.
Alright. Well, how's it, Dario? I see what I can find out about this. See what I can do as someone who is sort of on a good side at the moment and shares a room. And you stop breaking into my room.
I didn't know you were there. That's why I knocked gently. I was just gonna lockpick.
Right, but you could just ask.
That's fair. I wasn't gonna search your side. I'm not an asshole.
Yeah, but you still broke into my room. It still is kind of an asshole thing to do.
Also,
I say that as someone who breaks into people's rooms.
Also, who the hell did you bribe to get that room?
It was kind of just given to me.
Hey, you really know how to use that thing, or is that just bluff?
Oh, no, been on the fencing team since last year. I usually use a bow. But, yeah.
Care to test out those skills? And he just draws his rapier. He's not attacking, he's just
I am absolutely fine sparring.
Then let's spar.
Sure. Don't be a whine.
Hey!
I thought it was a 2.
It's a 9 plus 7.
Much better.
So I picture Mistaken Dario having a really cool sparring match using the walls to their advantage. And this is happening as the lift is still going down like 200 feet in the air still.
I'd like to think that on the way down there were people waiting for the lift at different floors who were just like, catch the next one.
This is sort of an awkward place.
It's the best place. Have you read Bible? She fights on a rafter.
I know, above the opera house.
Yes!
And then, that whole dramatic thing with Sunil, yeah.
They should have banged.
Do they not? Because I haven't actually read past volume 4.
Well, I haven't read past volume 5. They don't bang in 5 either. They really are pulling the long haul. Anyway, he taps the tip of your rapier tauntingly.
Tighter quarters than I'm used to.
Oh, hang on. Pulls out the parchment. That's cute. Puts it back in his coat. Don't worry about it. But eventually, Mistake is able to disarm him. Mercy.
It was just sparring. I mentioned that, right?
Yeah.
The whole Fury Gale scene is not for me, as it turns out.
Oh, you know about it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I fought once.
How'd that go?
Not great. Not great. They shun you if you heal. It's not prohibited, but damn.
They should just make it against the rules then.
Right?
Though I suppose even if they did, you just find a way to do it secretly. I just put the fighters to sleep. Thought it was funny.
Hey, maybe don't mention this to Koss. Is that too much to ask?
I'll mention it if I have concerns about Koss's safety.
Believe me, I have nothing but the best intentions.
I'll take your word for it, for now. But
Thanks.
I will find out otherwise.
That's fine. Just tell your roommate to stop eavesdropping on me, please.
I'll see what I can figure out subtly.
Good. And then the lift gets to the bottom.
I make no promises about not eavesdropping on your dates, though.
Well, good luck. Wherever that date is, they haven't told me. He checks his parchment again before he leaves.
Also, nice work with Thane. And that's what she says as as the lift is going up.
How did you... No, whatever.
Mistake didn't sleep.
Oh, tell me more.
Yeah, by the time she got back to her room, her hands are trembling. And she realizes she ran out and left the door not just unlocked, but open when she went after Dario because she was in such a rush. So she blows out the lantern that she was using, shuts the door, locks it, unlocks it, locks it again, locks the chain, decides that's not enough, goes over to the rock garden that is in the dorm room, because these are Lorehole dorm rooms, and the Lorehole mascot is the spirit statue.
Yep.
The dorm rooms must have a way for you to summon the mascot of the school.
Yeah.
So she goes over to the rock garden and touches it to summon Phoenix. As all the little pebbles and stones and everything in this rock garden start rolling over each other to form Phoenix's kind of shape, she's already over opening drawers in her dresser, pulling out clothes, shoving them around the door to close any and all gaps around it, and then pulls the mostly empty dresser, because she has a lot of clothes anyways, and puts that in front of the door. By the time that's done, the only light in the room is now faintly glowing from Phoenix.
Hello, child.
Hi, sorry, I know we just talked yesterday.
It's all right. I've nothing else to do, literally.
Yeah, I don't really have anything specific to talk about, I just didn't want to be alone.
Sorry, you look stressed. I've seen that before. During exams, during art class, after a bad lunch.
You know, I feel like indigestion is a little bit different from stress. But no, thank you for pointing out that I am stressed often. I suppose. Thank you for your concern. Masika's gonna read the parchment.
Alright. It's a lot of what you might have heard Dario telling Koss about there being snarls in the Underdark and how some drow, including some of his family members, tried to use them, which is why they had to relocate to the surface. It's a lot of that. However, you do get a map of the Underdark with a map next to it that Enya was probably comparing of the surface and the Underdark, and she pinpointed this is where, and it's her home village.
Ah!
It's underneath her home village.
She holds up a finger, as if to say one moment, and then taps her earring with the other hand. Just whispers, "Show me Vermeil."
The first thing you hear is crickets, an owl in the distance, footsteps, people whistling here and there. You get the sense that it's nighttime. In the background, you hear a mother saying to her child, "Not without a lantern, we've been over it 100 times." There's a sense of dread in every single voice you hear. It's something's not right. They could be saying the most mundane thing. They could just be talking about, "Oh, what are your plans tomorrow? Oh, well," and then out of nowhere, "Be careful with where you roam," and all this and that. If Mistake in Redfell, if there were any curfews or anything that was enforced, it sounds a lot like the way people would talk to each other when there's a curfew or when there's a search going on, and they're being kind of wary in everything they say. And you're brought back to the present as Phoenix was still going on "Oh yes, I get the sense that homework is not what you summoned me here for."
So she comes back, fights off the weird little twinge right behind her eyes. No, but I will probably need to do research because that was incredibly unhelpful.
What was?
And she taps her earring again. She gets 3 uses of this a day, yeah. Alex. I said one. And this time, she wants to see the area of the Underdark where the snarl lives.
Oh. All you hear is silence. Critters running by, a bat in the distance, and and just a hollow sound of wind traveling through endless tunnels in the Underdark. And just utter silence. It's weird because you were aiming for the area of the Underdark where presumably there was like villages and stuff, but you get silence. Nothing but critters.
Okay.
When you come back, you realize that your earring is starting to get a little warm. Not only that, but from there stems this headache that then just spreads through your entire head.
So she like puts pressure against her temple. She's like, all right, that was equally as unhelpful. She kind of looks around the room, picks the boots that are by her door, because she wasn't wearing shoes. She ran after Dario. Because she left the door open, and because people can be invisible, she's worried someone came in the room while she was gone. So she's now going to use her earring on her boots that were by the door. She's just trying to see if the boots heard anyone walk in.
If the boots hurt anyone.
I feel like you should mess with her like this and just make Rin do a flashback scene now. Because her boots were with her.
No, the only thing you get is like a distant whistling and then keys rattling. The door opens, the whistling turns into like, when my mama was a desert rose, and then she just trips. You hear Enya like, oh shh, holy mackerel. Oh no, how did she have it? How did she have him? Oh no. I think he was like that, and he's fumbling at the boots. And then just like more singing, and then she leaves, like she was there to pick up her books or something. And then you roll again.
Yeah, that's true. My earring recharges at dawn.
Yeah, it is quite hot now. If you were a human or another person without resistance to fire, you might even burn yourself. But you are mistaken.
Yeah. So having done all that, she feels dissatisfied. Having gotten 0 answers that she was looking for, and just flops down on the floor with her back against the bed and just reaches back and pulls the blanket around her as she's sitting on the floor.
Oh my dear. Tell me everything.
I don't know. Mostly I think there's just some god who wanted to make a point that no matter what I did, it wouldn't be enough. That no matter how hard I try, I'm never going to be better than someone who can cast a few spells.
I don't know what to say. So I'm going to do the most wretched thing I ever thought I'd do and quote my mother. Which is, we, as our people, must work twice as hard to get half as far. I feel your pain.
Yeah. So this room was just broken into.
What in 7 hells did you mean by that?
Pretty much what I just said. Someone broke in, and...
Well, looks like we're going on a hunt.
No, I know who it was and what they were doing.
Then you know which house. So what's up, Gary?
Gary wants to talk to Rampart.
Oh my goodness.
Or doesn't want to. Gary never wants to talk to Rampart. Gary needs to talk to Rampart.
At this point, is it safe to assume we told everyone who's in the F squad that they're in the F squad?
Yeah. To my knowledge, Lorene and Rosie are the only secret ones. And by secret, we mean like they're aware, you're aware, nobody in the B squad is aware that Lorene and Rosie are secret. Is that true? Or does the B squad
It's
know?
more like we know they're really busy, and being part of the B squad officially would have other implications for the other stuff they're doing. So it's more like we have a mutual respect
Quiet
for you
allies.
and what you're doing, and we may call on you for help, and you're free to call on us for help, even if you're not officially B squad.
Okay, I like it.
So I think with that in mind, then the other members of the B squad probably would know that Lorene and Rosie have
Yeah,
this
that
status.
they're allies. She has been working on creating dossiers for everyone.
Ooh.
That's something that she's been doing in F Squad HQ. She is there every afternoon having lunch and doing other F Squad work, and that's part of it. Getting a bunch of information on different people, adding to it with what she can figure out from her earring, on just like all these B Squad members.
being very nosy.
Can we say this happens during one of your club meetups? So like the whole B squad is there, and then you can corner him? Or...
Oh, like at the end of club?
You guys are kind of in charge of the more specialty missions. The B squad though meets up more regularly to do more of the odd jobs. All of you, or maybe some of you, walk in the B squad already mid-huddle. And I want to say that it's Rampart and it's Aurora that are kind of friendly competing for being the organizer.
The leader of the B squad.
So you get like, alright, so we got Professor Onyx looking for insects for her intro to reanimation club. Who did that? And Thorn is like, I did. All I had to do was bloom. And they came to me in swarms. And then Aurora's like, yeah, well, we also have Professor Plarg was having issues with his magical typewriter. Did someone? And Maxie in the back is like, I did it. Took me 5 minutes. And you guys walk in on this. And he might be like, look, who decided to show up? What happened that night at Fury Gale? You disappeared.
I talked to Dappling.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That's excusable. To the dying woman, yeah.
So I think Koss might help to figure out the job dispersal as things are wrapping up, and just be like, great. Well, I think this is a really good plan. So thank you everybody for your time.
Oh, can I switch with someone? I prefer something with water, says Jordan.
Oh yeah, of course. Let's see, there is somebody lost their keys in the lake.
Got it, mine.
Rampart, can I talk to you for a sec?
No. I have so much stuff to do.
Later is also fine.
Okay, fine. No, I don't have shit to do. What do you want?
So, I've been working on a, silent inspiration from Koss.
hands.
Koss just from behind Rampart looks at Gary's thumbs up.
I've been working on the. I'm sorry, am I boring you?
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay, fuck it, drink this.
I think not. What is this?
Well, if you'd been paying attention, I was saying that I've been working on a cure for the auric memory potion, but I don't have enough ingredients to really cover a significant amount of time. Since it seems to be from the same thing that wiped your memory in Dapplewing Manor, you seemed like a good candidate to actually see if it works. It won't poison you or anything. I've tried it myself. It just doesn't do anything because I haven't wiped my own memory.
You really just dropped bomb on me, huh? Wow. Ooh.
Yeah, it's really gross. It tastes terrible.
Why is it still bubbling? Did you just boil this, or did this just happen?
I leave it on the cauldron. If it goes down, then it doesn't work as well. It didn't work as well on the mice, at least.
You have mice with you!
No, not with me.
He backs away.
They're in my dorm room with my roommate.
Good, leave them there. Okay.
Problem with mice? Gary's just gonna pull up his little mouse fractal. He's like, do you have a problem with this?
You're lucky he rolled high. He gets so spooked that he does one of those juggling things where he almost drops your potion.
Whoa, okay.
Put that away!
It's a fractal!
Put it away!
It's okay. He dismisses the fractal.
Okay. Don't ever do that again.
It's my mascot.
Everyone, silver throw, burning hammer, mistake. I want you here as witnesses.
Mistake was out in the hall with Phoenix talking to King and
Nice.
just vaguely hears her names. What? What do you want?
Just witness me
What?
drinking this.
Just witness me.
This is a very awkward statement.
It actually was not that bad. Oh, I take it back.
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad.
And he runs to the bathroom. I think you're expecting to hear puke or something, but you just hear the loudest burp. And then he comes right out. False alarm. Takes a couple minutes. It's I feel no different.
Gary just takes notes the whole time.
And then he begins to kind of look like he's really high. He just went from 0 to 100 real quick. and he needs to sit down. And then he just stares longingly out the window. Then after a few minutes, he will turn around. Are you all there?
Yeah.
Rampart looks at each of you in turn, and then right at Burning Hammer, right at Griff, and says, I poke! Really? I poke!
What? It worked!
Why are you yelling at me?
I came in, the glue had been activated. Someone stole more of the glue from underneath the bathroom. Then I went up to attic where there was noise. And then I went in and I poke! It was you!
Yep.
Oh, you!
I'm sorry.
And
I
you?
apologized.
Points at Mistake. You shot bolts at me.
For what it's worth, it broke my bow.
Good!
Gary's just sitting there kind of smug because Rampart's finally turned on everybody else.
And Shelly Shell hit me with axe. Not once, not twice, but 3 times.
Do you remember that this was also we could save a dean's life? And we put you to sleep and gave you a care package after?
No, I remember all that. That was very sweet. Thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
just-
But oh my god, you assholes! Oh!
We tried very hard to not fight you at all, but you know,
But for what it's worth, sorry.
you're very good at your job. We couldn't avoid you entirely.
And you melted.
I actually don't remember what I did at this point.
You melted the chest where the book was in.
Oh, that's right, I couldn't pick the lock, so
That's
you
not
just...
harmful to you.
No, but you did. And then he like glares daggers at Griff, and he feels his tusk, over which there is a casing of silver that is in his heart. You may not remember this, Tyler, but you chipped, or Shelly might have chipped it, a piece of his tusk, and you pocketed it. Where's my tusk, you goddamn thief?
Oh, someone who's not the tiefling being called a thief.
Give me my tusk. Would you like it if I took your feline tooth?
So, just to be clear, do you remember absolutely everything? Walking in, like absolutely everything?
I was smoking up front. I heard rustling noise. It turned out it was just 2 freshmen doing nasty in bushes.
Yeah,
and
but
I
you
hit
told
water.
you told the newspaper that part. So you
I
remember
heard
that part before?
rustling.
That was also me.
High five, guys.
What about Monkey? Was Monkey you?
Oh no, Monkey was real.
Lala was actually just helping us.
He's getting ready to storm out. He's a little upset.
Griff, I think that you should get Rampart his tusk piece.
I mean, yeah, I just gotta check my pockets.
You have it on you right now?
No!
You see this?
It's like in one of my tracksuits.
He pulls out a necklace that he has hidden in here. This tusk belonged to my father. Tusks are relics of our ancestors. And you lost it in one of your tracksuits?
I mean, to be fair, we weren't cool back then. We're cool now, so let's go. I'll go get it.
We are not cool now. We are. He's going.
Rampart, if you would mind writing me just some reports on your general well-being.
I'm
and
not
your-
doing homework for you.
What the fuck happened?
Koss is gonna chase after Rampart.
Nice. Okay. Get away from me, Silver Trove. I want to be alone.
Listen, Rampart,
I need to smash something.
I'm so terribly sorry. Do you want something to smash? I can give you something to smash.
Yes.
Okay, Koss is going to make a big porcelain Griff bust.
He had pulled out his sword, and when he sees that, he throws his sword over his shoulder and just runs up to it and tackles it and just starts punching it.
Listen, I'm going to talk to Griff and make sure that he finds your tusk. But I want to frame it this way for you. Griff needed 4 other people to take you down that night.
It's true, he did.
Honestly, any given one of us on our own wouldn't have been able to do it.
Go on.
You're very good at your job of being a dragon's guard, and that's why we value you so much on the B squad. And I hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive us for this old trauma.
Can you roll a persuasion check for me? Or performance.
Persuasion sounds more accurate, but if it were performance, I would say that's a 29.
What's if it's persuasion?
26.
Okay. He takes that well, just looks at his stump fists and down at the porcelain Griff that's now just in pieces. Thank you, Silver Trove. I made promise to be squad, and I will continue. to honor that. But this is going to take some time. And I want that piece of tusk
I understand.
back.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
What's this make you and Griff's record at this point?
What?
Because you fought with each other multiple times at this point.
Oh, come on.
The fact that it took him 4 other people counts as a win for you, right?
Yes. He and I fought during his final exam. He lost there too. Actually, he won, but by sheer luck. And third time was during tryouts.
And then you won that one.
And I won that one.
So I think you're
But
in the lead now.
technically, don't tell anyone. But he and I were in, you know the cahoots?
I
know-
think I
you
know
know
this
the
phrase.
cahoots?
Yep, I know the cahoots.
Yeah, we were in the cahoots.
Good. Okay.
So, yeah. Got it, Greg? Just yells over his shoulder.
Yes?
I will write down for you the thing.
Just general reports on how you're feeling and if you have any other weird side effects. I don't expect any because I didn't experience any myself, but you know.
Just for shits and giggles, can you roll a d100 for me?
Sure.
For your table?
Oh yeah. It's not wild magic, it's
Oh.
taste side effects chart. It tastes like your own tongue.
Upsetting.
No side effects. Just awful case of morning breath all of a sudden. Bah.
I mean, if that's the worst we get, it's not that bad. If you have any ideas on how I can collect enough ingredients to cover a year's worth of memory, though, let me know.
What did I lose? An hour, Silvertrove?
Something like that, yeah.
Good luck. Yeah, I have no idea. What am I, a quandrix? And he just walks away.
Right, yep, should have thought of that first.
And you guys all reconvene at headquarters.
So I think we're down in the downstairs area at this point.
Yeah, we all know how famously bad Tyler rolls for Griff's investigation.
Yeah. This could be happening. Like you're sifting through your textures as we're all reconvening.
Yeah.
Bart's in the back cleaning.
So I think Rampart's going to be okay, he just needs some time.
But the good news is that the memory cure works.
Yeah, that's great news.
I think I need to talk to Adrix and Nev, though, about possibly being able to duplicate the ingredients, because I don't think I can collect enough, or even
What
close to it.
What kinds of ingredients do you need?
The key ingredient is the willow flower, the same kind that Thorn had, which did the memory wipe in the first place. It seems that you actually really need the original toxin
Gotcha.
to help recreate the antitoxin. I don't know if it's every willow or just...
I've checked both pockets, all the pockets both times.
Do you need help, Griff?
We gotta check the fanny packs.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Fine.
I think that, well, first of all, if it's just the flower that Thorn grew for you,
So it was already about 10 flowers just in the 1 hour.
can I...
Oh, that's...
I do have a potential other solution. Well, it's contingent on one thing, and that's if you could happen to make me some more magical paint, I could actually just create some of that for you. I've used it for components for spellcasting, and it works perfectly well for that, so maybe it would work for reagents for a potion.
I mean, I suppose we could at least try. I ought to be able to make paint for you. Do you have any?
Well, I mean, I have just... And Koss will take out the vial and just, like, a very small amount left at the bottom.
See, this is why I wanted to talk to Adrix and Nev about duplication. Because, I mean, that seems like it's enough to work with, but then you wouldn't have any.
I mean, I could give it to you for now. Honestly, what are the odds that we run into trouble in the next week or so?
High, very high.
Yeah, no, absolutely high.
You guys coming?
Gary walks over to the alchemy table, unless that's in the upstairs.
That is upstairs.
That is
Oh,
technically
okay.
upstairs.
We can have a second one down here.
Sure.
We have a
secret
full
alchemy projects.
setup down here. So
Yeah,
we can
yeah.
do our...
So Gary walks to the secondary alchemy table.
And you would start working on making some more paint for Koss?
Start working on, how to make more paint for Koss.
This was special paint that we got from Fane, so we don't know.
28.
Damn.
Nice.
Okay.
Would it be possible for this to fail because I want to force Koss to deal with not having being...
It does seem like this would be way too fast.
Yeah.
Like, it could be, this is the 28, but that doesn't mean he does it, like, in an hour. That means,
Sure.
like,
Yeah.
he
It's
does
a-
it eventually.
You kind of figure out more or less what the formula are. But to get ingredients for that and to put the time and effort to actually make it is gonna take you fucking.
And I think in the meantime, Gary uses up all of Koss's paint
Yeah?
to do that.
Yeah.
Does that mean Koss is left painless?
Special paintless.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us again this week. This episode was recorded in Watertown, Massachusetts, also known as the traditional land of the Pecosset and Nanantum peoples. I'd like to give a huge thank you to all of the talented musicians that helped bring this podcast to life with their amazing music. We've provided a link to their web pages in the description. I would also like to thank our talented players, Tyler Rubin, Rin Garnett, Michael Yang, and Nikki Aguilar Thompson. This story would not be the same without their wonderful creativity. I've been your host and DM, Alex Aguilar Thompson, and I hope to see you here again next week for another episode of Roleplay Radio.